I just came across this article on Sky News and I feel like it's really, really important to share this with you, especially if you are working as a carer or if you go to the house of your client to do anything for them at all, or if you provide any form of service to a client in their own home. So there is this publication about a carer who has been struck off, or let me say dismissed, because the client she was looking after fell and she left the client in the living room. And the sad part of it was she documented that the patient only slept and that she's okay, she's well settled. In UK or in any other setting, whatever care you provide to a patient, you have to document. And she documented that the patient is okay and is well settled. Meanwhile, it was later found out that this patient had a fall and even sustained injuries in the ribs. And someone might be wondering, how did they capture this? There was a camera set in the living room of this client, and it's obvious this carer didn't know that there was a camera set over there. So this is just a word of caution and advice to everybody, whether you're working as a nurse, a healthcare assistant, domiciliary care worker, support worker, whatever job you do, just be very, very vigilant. You never know what awaits you, and just be honest, have that compassion. In the UK healthcare sector, they don't take compassion for granted at all. If you go for any healthcare interview, they ask questions about compassion because they know that you cannot do this job if you don't have compassion. So imagine if it was your own relative, would you have left the person lying down there when they had a fall? So just be very, very cautious. You never know who is watching you or what is watching you. If you go to the house of your client and you realize that there is an emergency, you are free to call the ambulance as soon as possible to come and help. Do not struggle on your own. Do not document what has not been done, and do not document any false records because it will come back against you. So let's be very, very cautious if you go to the house of clients that we are looking after.